Craig Moore says that the Rangers manager must have got under the skin of Ange Postecoglou. Charlie Nicholas says it's a desperate plea to Postecoglou as he warns about the non-achievers. The Celtic title party that was a risk to public safety. We're going to look at other ones to show you that it's just the Scottish media and certain sections of Scotland just being a bit upset that Celtic have won the league yet again. Carl Starfelt talks about players, and we'll go look back at Carl Starfelt following his 10 days in isolation back in 2021. And then at the end of the video, we're going to talk about rolling contracts. We're going to talk about what is a fixed term rolling contract and when it has the implications of the Muller case to sport. So that's an interesting blog that I found and that dives into the whole rolling contract thing with football. So first of all, we'll go back to Craig Moore. Craig Moore says that and that Michael Beale must have got under the skin a little bit with his lucky man comment, because it's not the first time that Ange Postecoglou had brought up the whole lucky man thing. He says maybe Beale went down a rabbit hole, and he thinks there was nothing malice in his comments, and Ange Postecoglou has played on it. He used it as inspiration, motivation, and a little bit of his speech at the end of the season was just for a little bit of a laugh, didn't he? And moving on, Charlie Nicholas has also said that he doesn't want Ange Postecoglou to go to the non-achievers, and there was lots of people from Tottenham supporters that actually commented on the video yesterday that was causing a bit of good chat, and there's absolutely no chance I'm going through 200 and odd comments, so I might look at them later in the week. The Celtic title party, we move on to that, was a risk to public safety and businesses and residents, and there was thousands of fans flocked to the city centre, and there was lots of antisocial behaviour, people enjoying themselves. Right, let's look. I'm going to talk about, because we always get compared to down south. So last year Manchester City had a parade, and they reckon there was 500,000 people there, fans in attendance. And there was one at Liverpool where there was an estimated 500,000 people also. And our amazement, a good night is the headlines. But in Scotland, the media are having a right go dig at Celtic fans and saying that it was a risk to public safety. Celtic won't be doing an open top bus after the game on Sunday, I don't think. They never do one after winning the league. They never have done. It's a funny old place in Scotland, eh? Anyway, let's move on. Carl Starfelt. If you remember back in 2021 when Carl Starfelt first came to Celtic, he had 10 days of isolation and he was thrown into the Celtic team. A lot of people at the time and a lot of people since have said that Carl Starfelt isn't Celtic class and he shouldn't be there. But the 28-year-old has been his performances over the last couple of months. He says that he's living proof after a shaky start. It doesn't cause lasting damage in your Celtic career. It's all about mindset. Everything we do within the group is not to be disturbed with noise outside the group, and especially the media or anything that goes on in the media. He says, Carl Starfelt, we listen to each other, we listen to the manager and other players, and maybe our family and people who really care about us. Other than that, we don't need to listen to anyone outside the club. All the players in the team know their potential as football players. It is obviously very easy at a club like Celtic. Carl Starfelt went on to say his own experience is perhaps why he's so keen, and he supports Kobe Ashe and anyone else taking their first steps in a Celtic jersey. Of course, I'm trying to help in the best way I can, says Carl. I'm on the pitch doing the same. Of course, we speak to him, we help him, we do that with all the players. I really think he's tidy on the ball and he's a good defender. And he says that people need to stop giving players stick. So what do you think about that? What do you think about Carl Starfelt sticking up for his teammates? Of course he's going to stick up for them and saying that, look, the guy's just in the door. The guy's good on the ball. Let's just give him time. Right, talking about time and talking about contracts, there was a lot of hoo-ha yesterday about rolling contracts and people saying that a rolling contract is basically, it starts every single day and goes on for a year. Well, there's a guy who's an employment specialist, and he's written an article about the whole implications of the Muller case to sport. So I thought I would do some more digging with regards to the whole 12-month rolling contract thing. And if you're an employment law specialist that watches the channel, I've actually got a mate who is one back in Scotland, so I might actually get in touch with him just to get in more depth, because I think it's something that really needs to be cleared up. So the first thing is a 12-month rolling period, which is the definition of 12 consecutive months determined on a rolling basis, with 12-month periods beginning on the first day of each calendar month. When we go to the Cambridge Dictionary, that says a rolling contract is a contract that runs continues until someone decides to end it, rather than one that continues until a particular date. Right, then going on to this guy who's wrote an article about the whole thing. The 12-month rolling contract. This is a contract that is often mentioned in relation to managers and coaches of football clubs. It is favoured because it allows the person to be employed for one season, during which the fortunes of the club may change, promotion, demotion, etc., or the club looks to seek a new way or going with a new manager. A 12-month fixed term contract is well understood by most people, one that automatically ends when the season ends. So this comes into, say, when a player's contract gets extended for 12 months, it ends at the end of the season. So we've all got that bit. It gets confusing when the word rolling is included. Many social media users interpret the 12-month rolling contract to be standard indefinite term contract, and defined in the first section above, the notice period of the party is 12 months rather than the normal 30 days. However, this is not the case. A 12-month rolling contract is a 12-month fixed term contract, as defined in section 11. Whether each party determines if they renew it or it rolls over. All gets very difficult. This typical fixed term rolling contract will normally include a date which both parties will wish the contract to roll over, or the termination date, which would be the end of the season. So that's why I said in yesterday's video that his contract does come to an end in the next few days. And a lot of people say that it doesn't, it just keeps on going on. Well, this guy's... there is no limitation to what clauses can be added to such fixed term or rolling contracts. It is perfectly possible to add events such as promotion, relegation, etc. So, or if we do completely crap. Of course, a normal fixed term contract can be renewed when it ends. The benefit of a rolling fixed term contract is that both parties declare their intentions well in advance. Many football managers, coaches have been left in limbo until late in the season, with indecisive club managers and chairmen not knowing if their contracts will be renewed at the end of the season. So we can take from that the whole meeting with DD before obviously the season end was obviously to talk to make sure that the two of them were happy and the case will go on. The Muller case, this goes on to say, many people, well, we don't know about this, the implications of fixed term contracts, EU, it's all EU stuff. Anyway, so the contract does end in the next couple of days, but by reading this, it has been agreed that the contract will continue. Does it make it any clearer? Of course not. Fixed term contracts can be renewed when it ends, i.e. the end of the season. The benefits of the rolling fixed term contract is that both parties declare their intentions well in advance. That's from this article, and it's from Mike Thornton.xyz. So that's, I'm sure that's cleared that up for you, and I hope it's made you enjoy this video even more. And on that note, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Have a great day, Celtic fans all around the world.
Lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll